Hi, and welcome to the Live Better Connected podcast. Now, for any of you who have a keen eye, I am at Parliament and we are recording live. We've just had the Minister speaking, which has been really fascinating, and we're really interested in his support for the industry. But we're going to have a few guests on as we go through the night, and I will be taking them on and we'll be putting them on as we go through. Welcome, Archie. Welcome to our reception. This is the Mobile UK's industry reception at Parliament in this amazing space that we've got here. Now, Archie, you are from the LGA. Do you want to explain your role?
Yeah, so I am the Public Affairs Lead for Connectivity at the LGA. So we're a membership body that looks after all of the councils across England and Wales. So yeah, really good to be here today.
Excellent. Well, it's great to have you here because I think the LGA, very important organisation. As you say, you represent all the local councils. Local councils to us as the industry are really critical. This is the people on the ground. When we're building these masts and this physical infrastructure that we see, it has to go through a local council to go through place. Now, so why is Connectivity Day so important for local authorities in particular?
Yeah, so local authorities are really optimistic about their place and really see the benefit of having fixed and mobile connectivity, whether that's for their own council services, but whether that's also supporting local residents get online, tackling issues like digital inclusion, and making sure that people have the tools as well as their businesses to be able to get online and sort of help support that circular economy of growth in local communities.
And it's really a bedrock of how, especially because things are becoming more digital as we go on. So services such as getting your bins collected, you can order that online, getting your benefits as well, and actually engaging with your councillors as well.
Yeah, completely.
So in terms of actually building, one of the things we found is, and I think we've aligned on as both local councils and industry, is the need for skilled people on the ground. Now, these are what we've called digital champions. I think that's a sort of catch-all term. But how do you view digital champions?
Yeah, so digital champions can play an absolutely critical role of sort of two roles that we see at the moment. One is working within the council and working with the different council teams, so it's highways or the planning departments, but also external as well. So working with mobile network operators and others to make sure that we've got the right infrastructure in the right place, working with our local residents to ensure that they understand the benefits to having good connectivity. And the role changes from place to place, but essentially it's an individual within an organisation who can join up those dots and really sell to the public and to the council why it's so vital to have better connectivity.
And that awareness thing, I think, is really important because a lot of people know they want mobile because they're their phones, but aren't necessarily aware of how it all works.
Yeah, and we all have those experiences of being somewhere you don't have any signal. It's deeply frustrating, but actually there's a point here of trying to strike the right balance between having the infrastructure in place and actually being able to sell why it's essential and protecting things like the natural environment. But what's really essential here is making sure that the network operators and those building the digital infrastructure work with their council, with the local communities to ensure that people understand why this is essential infrastructure, which will help them in the long run be able to get online, access services that they might not otherwise be able to get a hold of.
And just as the awareness is important, a digital champion can be a single point of contact, both for us as an industry, because often we don't know who to speak to within a local council. There's multiple different departments, very different responsibilities, but a digital champion is a person, a name, an email that we can go to, and they can help us within that sort of what goes on in the council.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the financial and resource challenges that councils experience are sort of well known by everyone, so I won't rehearse those too much, but we definitely see the critical role of digital champions and be able to be that point of contact to support people. But what we need to have is that to be ring-fence funding to be able to actually have a named designated person that can work with yourselves at Mobile UK or with any of the MNOs, anyone building this infrastructure, to be able to have that direct line of communication to support the rollout of infrastructure.
And Archie, what would you say your experience of those councils that do have these kind of roles in place? Has it been positive?
Yeah, absolutely. So the councils where this is embedded into everything that they do, their ability to build infrastructure is far greater than what it is those who don't have it. They're able to have greater relationships with the network operators and others to ensure that that infrastructure is in the right place, and the sort of working with the community actually makes a huge difference there to really sell those benefits.
And as a final question, we've had the Minister here speaking earlier, and he's been very supportive of the industry. from an LGA perspective and a mobile industry perspective, with those two perspectives on, what would you want from the minister to do?
So the key thing that we would want is for that ring-fence delivery from the Treasury to support the rollout of digital champions universally across the country. It's a bit haphazard at the moment. Some places have them, some places don't. Some have them really established, really well established. They have teams. So some level of consistency, which makes it easier for everyone to interact with the local authorities to get the best for their communities.
It's about ensuring all local authorities have access to the same resources.
Absolutely.
Brilliant. Archie, thank you so much. That's been a very quick, nice, short discussion out here on the terrace in Parliament.
Lovely.
Thank you. And we will speak obviously sooner.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Right, hi again. And I'm here with Lucie from Mova, which is the delivery partner for the Shared Rural Network. So tell us, what is the Shared Rural Network?
Well, historically, rural areas have been underserved by mobile coverage, so the Shared Rural Network has been designed by UK government and the mobile operators to improve 4G coverage in rural areas across the UK.
And it's split into two sort of functions, isn't it? There's the industry and then a government.
Yeah, absolutely. So we completed the first part of the Shared Rural Network last year, and that was industry investing over £500 million to improve coverage in areas where there was some 4G coverage, but not coverage from all operators. That's all those targets have been met, that's complete, and people...
That's pretty good news, isn't it?
It's great news, and people across all 4 nations are seeing the benefits of those improvements. And now we're working really hard on the second bit, that's the publicly funded element, and that's really focused on areas where there's been no 4G coverage at all before. We call them total not spots, and we've got 50 sites live across England, Wales and Scotland.
So that's 50 sites under the government-funded scheme already live, in addition to the industry-led part, which has already been completed.
That's correct.
So, that's the Shared Rural Network is a fantastic initiative. It's public and the industry working together, which I think is amazing because we're looking at expanding coverage across the whole country. So, in terms of where we are and what's happening, what's your sort of role within as Mova's role?
So our role is working with government and industry to bring everybody together to collaborate and deliver this programme. There's lots of parties involved, and also we're working in really challenging environments. The reason that public funding is needed is because it's areas where it's not been commercially viable to build, and it's harder to build because we're in rural areas. So and our role is bringing everybody together to achieve those goals.
And give me an idea of, you say challenging environments, but we're in the middle of London here, we're in Parliament, this is an urban area. We're not talking about urban areas, we're talking about very, very rural. So what's challenging?
Absolutely, the clue's in the name, the Shared Rural Network. So we're talking about places that might be further from main roads, which means they're often further from power, but also you need obviously fibre connectivity, you need backhaul for those sites to deliver the mobile coverage. So all those things have to be taken into consideration, but we're also looking at areas where there might be some really big peaks and there might be some quite low valleys, and as we all know, mobile coverage tends to travel in a straight line. So filling in those gaps takes a lot of radio planning, a lot of work, and working with local communities, local planning authorities to pick the right location that meets everybody's needs.
And some of these areas, again, to get into that rurality, there isn't a road going to them. I actually had the great experience in South Uist, which is in the Outer Hebrides, for those who don't know, and they were installing a mast via helicopter, and that was because, one, it was an island, and two, it was very difficult to get the equipment over there. And then, even then, there was no roads or tracks actually up to the side of the mountains. The helicopter not only managed to get this in 4 days, 4 masts, which would have otherwise taken months.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's about looking at what is the most efficient and effective way of delivering these solutions so that people who are in rural areas, whether they live there, work there, or are visiting as a tourist and travelling around the UK, can benefit from the coverage. And when we think about benefiting from 4G coverage, obviously it's being able to work on the go, it's being able to check your hotel booking, whatever you might need as a tourist, but also in emergency situations, it means you can make that all-important call.
And we had an interesting comment from the Minister today about the Shared Rural Network.
Yes, absolutely. So obviously government remains committed to delivering this programme, and they really see the importance and really the kind of how crucial coverage is across all areas of the UK. It's not just about when we're, in beautiful London on a sunny evening. It's wherever you are and whatever you need to do, having that crucial digital connectivity so that you are not left behind.
Well, great, Lucie. I mean, I certainly want to make sure that you continue working with the Shared Rural Network, and obviously the industry working as well, because I think together we're showing what we can do.
Absolutely. Thank you, Gareth.
Thank you. Right, hello, and I'm really excited to have a quick chat with these 3 young people who are apprentices with Virgin Media O2. So firstly, could you introduce yourselves? We'll start from yourself.
I'm Lucie. I'm going into my third year of English Literature integrated with accounting and finance at Newcastle University.
Excellent.
I'm Deborah Mofokwoku, and I'm going into my third year of Politics and International Studies at Warwick University.
I'm Joshua Oyefessel, and I'm going into my fourth year of International Management at the University of Manchester.
Excellent. So you're all apprentices working now in the mobile industry. So this is We're Mobile UK. Welcome to our Parliamentary Reception. So you've started now in this company. How's it going?
Yeah, it's been really good. We're on our second week now. So I think the first week was just really navigating the industry, navigating everything PR and communications. So in our corporate affairs team, we have the internal, external sustainability team, and we're also looking at strategy, content, and channels. So learning a lot of information about that has been really lovely. And meeting the team as well. A lot of the team has been very lovely, very welcoming. And I think this week we're definitely now diving into more projects. Being here at this reception has been really lovely as well to learn more about the industry.
Excellent.
So yeah.
And what kind of projects are you diving into?
So right now we've been given two projects. One is a creative project where it's completely up to us whether we want to work environmental side, sustainability side, climate side, and hopefully throughout the week, as we just started on Monday, we'll get more projects and tasks.
Excellent. And tell me, how did you get into this? Because it was through a certain scheme.
So we applied through the Taylor Bennett Foundation, which is essentially a non-profit organization that aims to increase POC diversity within the PR and communications industry.
Specifically PR and communications.
Yes.
Specifically.
Right, well, as Director of Policy and Communications, I might know something about that, maybe not, but that's another thing. But so how are you, I mean, you say you're having great time, they've been really talking to you. What's your sort of hopes to get from this scheme?
I want to build a good networking, I would say, a good connection, and also a greater understanding of PR and communications, because I knew nothing about PR and communications till this year, and I had to do my own research to find it out, so that's what I hope to take out of this.
Excellent. And is it giving you that foresight and understanding?
Definitely. Since I started, I found so much more about PR and communications, I would say yes.
And still enjoying it?
I still very much
Excellent.
enjoy
Well,
it.
that's the main scheme. How about yourself?
Yeah, kind of similar. Just being able to see if this is generally like an industry that I find myself in, being able to generally understand the ins and outs of it as well to see if I don't want to progress.
Excellent. And how about yourself?
I think a really great thing about the Taylor Bennett Foundation scheme and this partnership with BMO2 is that they really wanted people with little to no experience within the industry, so it really feels like they're starting from the ground up.
Yeah.
And I love that this is a rotational, internship as well, so we get the chance to really do everything and experience every single aspect of PR and communication.
Okay, so you're doing different things across the whole scheme. And how long is this scheme for?
12 weeks.
12 weeks.
Yeah.
So you've got a good amount of time to pick things up and
Yes.
and then back to university.
Yes.
Excellent. And how do you feel you're getting the feel for PR that you might take this up as a future career?
I would hope to, but I want to keep an open mind with my career. But right now, I would say I'm heading more towards PR and communications, especially public affairs.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah, no, same here. I think I've definitely been one that very hops around on what career path I want. So I think being rooted in this, being able to understand it, I definitely see myself taking up on in the future, especially with all the opportunities that we're getting through Taylor Bennett and Virgin Media OT as well.
Excellent. And finally?
Yeah, definitely. I think I've come into this with a really open mind, and I'm really looking forward to exploring the different areas and hopefully, building a career for myself in this industry.
Excellent. So new experiences, new understanding, new skills. Excellent. You can take all those in. Again, they're transferable as well. So whether you do go into this or not, these are all things to soak up as sponges at the moment. So, I mean, it's great to see you here, and I hope you're enjoying it. I hope, great experience here in Parliament today when the sun is out, finally.
Yeah, it's great.
Well, thank you, and good. I wish you all the best in
Thank you
your
for having
scheme.
us.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.